Rio, which you'll probably know best so far from the mobile phone adverts that have been on in the cinema for quite some time, featuring the Rio characters. The last time they did this was with Gulliver's Travels, and by the time Gulliver's Travels actually turned up in cinemas, I was bored with that film because I'd seen Jack Black doing the "I'm not going to do this dance, I'm not going to do this dance" thing for, you know, and that was actually funnier than anything was in the film. So in the case of Rio, I went in with a kind of, oh yes, it's the thing that I have now already sort of tired of slightly. Story is that Jesse Eisenberg is a rare macaw living in a bookshop for complicated plot reasons in America. Somebody comes along, says, you know what, he's the last one of his species. We've found his female counterpart. They must be got together for, you know, species reasons. But in order for that to happen, he will have to come to Rio. He does go to Rio. The joke is that the Jesse Eisenberg bird is, you know, is booky and sort of nerdy, and the Anne Hathaway bird, who's been captured from in the wild, is anything but. Is a clip.
I come in peace.
Whoa, she's beautiful. What were they talking about? She's like an angel. An angel who's getting really close up.
¿Qué que você? ¿Qué que está fazendo aqui? ¿Qué?
You're standing on my throat.
Oh, you're an American.
Thanks. I need my throat for talking, so thank you.
You look like me.
Oh. Hi. Hi. My name is Blue. You know, like the cheese. With the mold on it. You know, that smells really bad. That's stupid. Stupid.
All right, come on. We don't have much time.
That sounded like Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
Doing his Facebook thing.
I know, but that is he is doing that performance. He's just coming straight out of the thing. Then we do that for because he is, in a way, the point at which you realise that you have achieved stardom is the point at which you're cast as the voice of an animated character, because they go, oh yeah, it's the guy out of, so that I see.
It's him.
So that bird is the guy who invented Facebook, and she's the woman out of The Devil Wears Prada and The Princess Diaries. That's fine, and the woman who didn't do so good presenting the Oscars. So. The best thing you can say about Rio is that some of the background detail is rather nicely done. It's directed by Carlos Saldana, who... not Carlos Santana, Carlos Saldana. As I was saying that, I almost went all Black Magic Woman.
Yes. Could have been very close.
Who grew up, I think he's from Brazil originally, and you know, consequently, I suppose, you know, must on some level understand, you know, the area very well. And actually, I found myself looking, thinking, oh, you know, they've got that. The favela stuff is done well. The background detail is done well. They've obviously paid a lot of attention. The problem with it is that the story itself is fairly anodyne. It's not terrible by any means. There are a couple of good gags in it. It has a sort of fairly star-studded cast, but it was fairly unremarkable on a narrative level, and it's certainly not classic animation by any standards, but there is nice background detail there, you know, for those who are interested in it. It's not awful, but it did sort of feel a bit saggy and baggy.